Welcome back again to my third place pod here on the newly formed My Third Place Network. This is episode 159, and we are back with two more awesome episode breakdowns of our rewatch of Cobra Kai. We are your hosts for this breakdown. I'm Evo.
I'm Brandy.
And we have made it to season 2. Brandy, did you like this season at all?
I do like this season. I just don't like how slow it starts off in the beginning.
It starts off slow. There were a few memorable episodes. I want to say
later on.
Later on, yeah, there were a few memorable episodes that I remember from this because I don't remember. Well, yeah, there's a few. There's more than a few, but as we get onto them, I'll let you know which ones were my favorite from this season. And there are quite a few. On this episode, we are breaking down season 2 of Cobra Kai on Netflix, episode 1 titled Mercy, part 2. We would continue where we left off in that awesome cliffhanger in part 1, and then episode 2 titled Back in Black! Because every time I read Back in Black, I have to say it like that. Back in Black!
Is that how AC/DC does it?
Yeah. Back in Black! Because, even back then, they're like, hey, what do you want to name this song? Let's call it Back in Black! Shout out to Angus. Yes, Angus. Back in Black. Before we start, we have the mail. One of our favorite people and friends, Dawn, writes in, hi, yet another fabulous podcast with you and Brandy. I continue to enjoy your synopsis as well as your and Brandy's thoughts on the episode. Your playful banter is fun, and I very much appreciate both of your insightful comments. I'm looking forward to watching season 2 and enjoying more podcasts. I'm glad that you are going to do one episode at a time in the future so you can do a deep dive into each show. Thanks for all you do. Love, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn, for the awesome email and words. One episode at a time? 2 episodes at a time.
2 episodes at a time. But that's better than 3. So we're doing 2.
The 3 episode deal is just like, are we even gonna make it to before season 6 starts? No, we're not.
No.
So let's just do 2 episodes at a time.
I figured we were gonna be on that last episode all night long. That was a long episode.
Yeah, it was.
It was fun though.
It was. Keep sending those emails in. And I will gladly read them on the air on here. F3P Network at gmail.com. I can't wait to read them.
I can't wait to hear them. Dawn, we love you.
We love you, Dawn.
You're awesome.
Yes, she is. I want to do something new. I said this before. This feels like a new podcast. My third place pod. I'm still talking about wrestling. We're still going to talk about more episodes, about TV shows, movies, music, and games, as well as we're going to dive right into the mental health stuff because I'm a strong advocate of mental health. We both are. But I want to include something in every episode from now on, and that's an affirmation. So each episode, we're going to include one, possibly a quote, and tell you what it means to us. This takes me back to high school in my English classes. I would have the same teacher for all 4 school years. Let's just say she was basically my Mr. Fihini. He played Miss World.
That's awesome.
It is. But every day when we got to class, she would have a quote or an affirmation or a passage and who was it by, and we would write in our journals and explain what it means to us. It would be up on the board and like quiet. As soon as we walk in, quiet. Nothing. She wouldn't say anything. Like she would read a book or whatever her planner, whatever was in her planner, and like we would look up and just contemplate, write in our journals. This is what it means to us. And during that class, she would ask us, and of course, if we wanted to stand up, we would. And at the end of the week, she would collect our journals and grade us on it. But she would ask us, she would ask a few, like, what do you guys think? And like, we would tell you, like, hey, raise our hands, tell them what we saw, tell her what we saw. And like that, been like that every day until she retired. So shout out to Mrs. Bush for doing that for us. I really appreciate it. Susan Bush, you're amazing. You're awesome. As many of you know, she was one of my greatest influences. She's the reason I love to write, and her substitute or TA would encourage me to write as well. So in honor of that, I want to include that on this show. So Brandy, start us off.
Okay, well, I have two. And the only reason I have an extra one to start off is, well, I will just say it first, So the first one is it's a daily affirmation, but we'll call it weekly affirmation since we do this weekly. Living in the moment isn't always easy, but it's worth it. You can't regret the things you didn't do when you live each moment in the present. What does that mean to you?
Oof. Can't live each day in the moment. What was that? What was that last part?
You can't regret the things you didn't do when you live each moment in the present.
Don't look at the past. Just keep moving forward.
That's what it means to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just keep
makes me think of. Go ahead. Sorry.
Just keep moving forward. Don't worry what you just did, what happened. You can't change it. Just keep looking forward. Don't look back.
Yep. Yeah. Live in the now.
Live in the now.
Yep. Live in the now. And like it says, living in the moment isn't always easy, but it is worth it. And it's definitely not easy, especially with an overthinker. And I'm an overthinker. So that's a hard affirmation for me, but it's one that I want to start saying every day.
Live in the now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely. And then the next one is, this is kind of this is interesting. I like this one. My world takes care of me completely at all times. If you stop and think about it for a moment, being taken care of is what 99.9% of us really want inside. If you're in line waiting, or say you're in traffic, softly repeat it to yourself, and it pulls your thoughts back to you instead of the automatic discomfort of having to wait in line or having to wait in traffic. You can use it in all situations. So where you're going to feel, say, like not good. I don't know about you, but I don't like traffic. I don't like waiting in line. Those are things that, I don't really particularly like. So you want to use it to center yourself, basically. A simple affirmation is powerful because it's universal. So the phrase "take care of me" applies to all aspects of your life. Anytime something good happens, for example, repeat that affirmation and then say thank you. Like, I hit a green light while I was driving. Someone lets you skip in front of them in line. You find a nickel or a penny or something on the ground for good luck, etc. Anytime the world does something nice for me, I remind myself by saying, "See, my world really does take care of me," and say thank you.
Love that.
It makes you think. I never thought of it that way, but it does. It makes you think.
Yes. There will be more breakdown. There will be more affirmations like this in the weeks to come. I love that. Let's do more of that.
We can do that.
Like, yeah, we can do that. Let's do more of that. Make people think. Let us know what you thought of these. Email us m3pnetwork@gmail.com. Yeah, those are the questions for the week, I guess. I'm sure there's going to be some questions for the Cobra Kai stuff. At least one of them. But
At
another
least.
one. Yeah. If you heard any of the breakdown episodes in the past, or if you are new here, let us explain to you what we do. We are massive Karate Kid and Cobra Kai fans. That means even if the episodes suck, we're going to tell you that it sucks. We're not going to sugarcoat them.
That's just who we are.
That's who we are. So we decided we are going to rewatch the shows on Netflix and break down the episode scene by scene, and tell you what we thought about them. You are more than welcome to follow along and rewatch the show with us, as some of our friends are doing, and listening to the podcast as well. Case in point, Don is doing that. And I'm sure many other are as well. There will be spoilers, and at times I do tend to add in trivia or ask a question for you to ponder over. It's what we do here. So if you want to go back and listen to past episodes about Cobra Kai and what we thought about them, I suggest you go back and listen to episode 154 and then continue on from there. Here we go. On June 18, 2018, YouTube rebranded the service as YouTube Premium. The price of the service also changed from $9.99 to $11.99 per month for new subscribers. The existing pricing, as well as bundling of YouTube Premium with Google Play Music, was grandfathered in some countries for those who subscribed prior to the rebranding. The rebranding came alongside the relaunch of YouTube Music as a music streaming service, which reintroduced a music-oriented subscription option, YouTube Music Premium, slotted below YouTube Premium at $9.99 pricing, competing primarily with Apple Music and Spotify. The rebranding also came amid internal concerns that the previous YouTube Red name, could be confused with internet porn website RedTube. Yeah, that was a problem at the time. Hey, where did you find Cobra Kai? On YouTube Red. What's it called? YouTube Red. I went to YouTube Red and it's. Are you sure it's called YouTube Red? Why? I thought it was a porn site. Not RedTube. YouTube. Tube Red. Not to be confused with RedTube. Anyway, YouTube Premium released the second season of Cobra Kai on April 24th, 2019. The creators of the series explored moving to another platform ahead of the season 2 premiere, but the deal did not go through. So what we know so far about season 6, thanks to economictimes.com, who broke the story, here is what we know so far. Cobra Kai season 6 would consist of a total of 15 episodes, making it the largest season yet in the series, as mentioned in a report by Decider. These episodes are divided into 3 parts, each containing 5 episodes. This structure aims to deliver an immersive experience as the showdown between Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai culminates at the prestigious Sekai Kai Karate Championship. On June 10, 2024, John Horowitz, co-creator of Cobra Kai, announced via Twitter that production for the final season had wrapped. Currently, the series is under post-production, with the last 5 episodes slated for release in 2025, as per a report by Decider. This final installment promises to deliver high-energy action and emotional depth as it brings closure to beloved characters and storylines. The release schedule is as follows. Part 1, episodes 1 through 5, set to premiere on Thursday, July 18th on Netflix. Part 2, episodes 6 to 10, set to premiere on November 28th on Netflix. Part 3, episodes 11 through 15, set to premiere sometime in February 2025. Considering the season split into 3 parts, John Hurwitz advised fans against waiting until all episodes are released in 2025. That's something that we were about to do. But if he says it's against it, let's watch him when it comes out. He emphasized that each batch of episodes was crafted with the release plan in mind, offering distinct story arcs and climatic moments meant to be savored in smaller, cohesive segments. This approach enhanced the viewing experience and allows for deeper engagement with the evolving plot lines. To watch Cobra Kai as it unfolds, you can subscribe to Netflix. Oh, they're gonna leave us with cliffhangers. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if
Man,
I'm liking the whole three thing.
3-part series. Is that how every final
Mm.
season is gonna end up being from now on?
I just,
So
I
if it's
don't
part
know.
one, part one is 5 episodes, 30 minutes each. That's 2.5 hours. That could very well be a movie.
Hmm.
So Cobra Kai part one, part two, and part three. Um,
Yeah, it could. It could. Yeah.
I know. Here's what I definitely know they're gonna do. Empire Strikes Back on this part two one. They're gonna have the villain win, and we're gonna get that massive cliffhanger, and we're gonna hate part three so much. We're gonna hate it until
Oh my
part three
God.
shows up. Oh,
I know.
that
I'm
massive
already.
cliffhanger.
I am. I'm already like. Yeah. I'm already thinking about part two, and that, and yeah, that it's going to be a cliffhanger, and then having to wait until February.
February.
Uh,
This is like 3 months, so that's fine. we'll, we'll be fine.
oh well, speak for yourself.
All right, fine. Oh yeah, like speak for myself. Let me tell you something at the end of this season, okay? Let me tell you what happens at the end of the season. After the end of the season happen. We'll save it for that part.
Are you talking about the end of this season?
Yes,
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, that's going to be a
like
good episode that we do. That's all I'm saying. I
yeah.
remember it. I already know. I know exactly what happens, even though I'm rewatching it and it's been a while. I know. Yeah, that
Oh, you're
we should
talking about
put us.
you're talking about the episode. I'm talking about the aftermath. My poor heart
Oh,
couldn't take it.
I,
I'm like, we'll
mine
talk about it.
either.
No, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when it comes out because this is YouTube Red still. This is YouTube Premium. This is like 2019 stuff. Like I said, we'll talk about it. uh, anyway, season 2, episode 1, Mercy, part 2, written and directed by the creators of the show. Synopsis: in the aftermath of Cobra Kai's win at the Under 18 All Valley Karate Championships, Johnny questions his dojo's philosophy and deals with a figure from his past. Daniel searches for the right way to respond to Cobra Kai's dominance. The episode code opens with a reiteration of the final scene of the last episode as John Kreese enters and announces return and pride over Johnny bringing Cobra Kai back to the top.
Mm.
Johnny claims that he believed Kreese was dead, to which Kreese explains that he's not the only one. He extends his hand to Johnny, but he slaps it away, with Kreese smirking and saying he still has that temper. Kreese also explains that he went away for a while to rejoin the army. Johnny and Kreese fight, to which Kreese has the upper hand for most of the fight, tells Johnny that he taught him everything he knows. Johnny says not everything. He eventually turns the table around and puts his former master into a chokehold, getting revenge on Kreese for receiving the same treatment back in the Karate Kid Part 2. However, he recalls the night following the tournament of '84 as he remembers the incident and Bobby saying, Kreese, "You're gonna kill him!" Johnny realizes what he might do to Kreese. Unwilling to go down that road, he lets him go, showing mercy. Exploiting this, Kreese takes down Johnny with a leg sweep and delivers an elbow to his chest. While both
And
are
that,
laying on the ground.
I was saying that's why that it's supposed to be no mercy.
Yeah,
Look
they
what
showed it.
happened.
While both are laying on the ground, Kreese's cigar, which was thrown into the trash, ignites and sets off the sprinkler system. The Cobra Kai logo appears. I love that callback to part 2. Like
Yes, me too.
threw in a chokehold. So this just means that he wasn't a ghost. I know I said in the last episode that as soon as I saw pictures of Kreese and the other cast members, I'm like, oh, well, he's not a ghost. Okay. So we, like, straight away, we're from the final episode of the first season to this. Like, they start fighting, they throw each other around. Um, like, a lot of, for Johnny, it's a lot of baggage because, like, this man, like, almost killed him.
Mm-hmm.
And he is just like, "Now, what are you doing here? What do you want?" I was like, I came to get my Cobra Kai back. He's like, "No, blah blah blah, blah, fight, fight, fight," and then they're like water all over them. And I hate that he's here. And it's like, like, oh shit, Creed is back. But at the same time, okay, we need a bad
Villain?
guy. We need a villain. Bring in Kreese. Not yet other people, but bring in Kreese. Yeah, okay, cool. That's fine. What do you think of Kreese?
Then or now?
Both. Shit.
I cannot stand him. I don't like him. I don't like him. He goes no. He's always creepy. I don't like his mentality, and I don't like what he did and does to Johnny. I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like him.
Don't
Not my
like him.
favorite character.
Never. Yeah.
Never, yeah, he wasn't then and he isn't now.
The next day, Daniel and Robbie are at Mr. Miyagi's old house as Daniel removed the tarp from the car that Mr. Miyagi gave him on his 70th birthday in The Karate Kid. Robbie says something tells him there's a can of wax in his future. Daniel says they have plenty to do before that. Robbie and Daniel get to work, cleaning and repairing the house and preparing it for a dojo for Mr. Miyagi-Do. Paint the house sideways, fix the punching bag, hammer the fence, sand the floor with big circles, uncover the cars, paint the fence vertical, wax the cars, and finally they balance two bonsai trees at a platform on the water fountain.
Can we talk about that car for a minute?
Oh, we love that car. Let's talk about that.
I love that car. So I did some research on that car since it makes a reappearance from the original Karate Kid to Cobra Kai. So what I found out is Ralph Macchio owns the car that Mr. Miyagi gave to LaRusso that reappears in Cobra Kai, which you just talked about when they pull the tarp off and they see that that classic 1947 Ford Super Deluxe. So in the original Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi gifts LaRusso with it, one of his classic cars, which is that one. The car makes a reappearance on the show, as we know now, but it's not a double. So the car, this is the original car. The car was a gift from Columbia Pictures that was given to Macchio following 1989's Karate Kid 3. He kept it and eventually suggested the car to be included in the series. He said, if we are doing the show, I want the car to be in it. He really loves this car. He told IndieWire in 2019, we got to dust it off. It's been still for about 2 decades. Then put a new engine in it and get it all cleaned up and looking like new. He says, Ralph Macchio says, I love having it in there. So that's just a little fun fact about that car.
Love it. Love it. Sam Raimi puts his car in all his movies. Might as well Ralph Macchio put his car in the Cobra Kai movie that gave him credibility, made him a star.
Right.
Outside he made him a star, but still, like I saw him first on here. But yeah, I love that. I love that he did that for, as an homage to Mr. Miyagi.
Yes.
So basically held that car on for like 40 years then.
Yeah, 2 decades. That would be like 40 years. Yeah.
It's great.
I don't like the color of the car personally, but it's still an amazing classic car. So
he ain't touching that color. He's not touching anything. He's all like,
No, it definitely can't be touched. The color needs to stay. I'm just not crazy about the color, but
right.
Maybe with a little wax,
Robbie.
It'll shine it up.
That night, Danny returns home to Amanda and Anthony. Amanda claims that Samantha's upstairs sulking about Miguel, to which Daniel calls him Mr. Cheap Shot and is not upset that his daughter broke up with Cobra Kai's top bully. Anthony agrees with Daniel, to which he tries to recruit his son to join him in the opening of Miyagi-Do with Robbie instead of going to camp. Anthony asks if there are still chores or is there any actual karate. Daniel responds that chores is a part of karate. Anthony responds with, I'll stick with camp." Yeah, he knows. Like, oh shit. Mom, Dad's making Sam do chores to learn karate. I'll never do karate.
But he looks like he was going to be he had that little twinkle in his eye for a moment too. He's like, oh, my son's gonna join, and then nope,
No, not yet, Dad. Sorry.
you're not
I
getting
don't
those
want.
pancakes.
I don't want to be in here. I don't want to do this yet. No, no banana pancakes. Bananarama.
Bananarama pancakes for you.
Daniel's still a dick to his son. Love it. Anthony responds, he'll stick with camp. Amanda expresses her concerns with Daniel being able to balance everything, to which he claims he'll be able to balance it. He says he doesn't want Sam and Anthony going to school with a bunch of people who think he can cheat and get away with it. You can't let the bullies win. That's right. Amanda asks, why does it have to be him? Daniel says because he knows how to beat Cobra Kai. He did it for 30 years. He did it 30 years ago, and he can do it again. And right there, we all give a collective sigh with Amanda. This douchebag. Quit trying to be Mr. Know-It-All here. I understand you, Amanda. I understand you.
Poor Amanda.
Vertical flip onto Johnny putting his fist on ice and watching a football game. He is greeted at his door by Carmen, who presents him with a dessert called tres leches, 3 milks. Johnny and Carmen talk, and she expresses her thanks to Johnny for giving Miguel confidence, but also her concerns about Miguel's occasional aggressiveness during the tournament. However, brushes it off as his game face. As a response, Johnny tells her that Miguel is a good kid and he will keep him on the right path. Johnny's phone rings, and when he answers, it's Kreese who tells him to meet him at Smitty's diner at 8 in the morning so he can explain himself. Kreese hangs up, and Johnny gets to sit back down with Carmen, telling her it was the wrong number. It's like already like the whole thing where like I'll keep him on the right path. I got this. And as soon as he says that, it's like, oh, but you don't got this, do you, buddy? You're letting Kreese come back. You don't got this.
Exactly.
And then Kreese like immediately calls right after. Like, oh, what could go wrong? Kreese calling. Oh crap. Okay. But I love how Carmen brings over some food for him. Like, hey, you're my son's sensei. Here's 3 meals cake. That's not all she's giving him. Anyway.
Spoiler.
That's not all she's gonna give him. In her room, Sam is browsing Miguel's Instagram before blocking him. She then views Aisha's live Instagram story with their celebrating with victory nachos at a diner. She turns off the phone and puts it away, upset. And then we zoom into what Aisha's doing. Aisha, Moon, and Hawk, Dimitri, and Miguel are celebrating their victory, of course. Hawk tells Dimitri he had nothing to do with the victory. Dimitri tells Hawk he'll just consider it a belated victory over the coding competition they won at computer camp and does a song and dance. Dimitri and Eli, binary brothers. Fucking nerds. Aisha and Moon laugh. Hawk asks Dimitri to cool it with the nerd stuff. Exactly. You know, Hawk is all like, I have a new image. You know, don't ruin it for me. And then Moon's all like flirting with Hawk, and Hawk is all like, what's up? So he's all, Dimitri's just like, dude, you're Eli, shut up. What are you doing? Moon asks where Miguel is. His wings are getting cold. However, Miguel is distracted by the fact that Samantha has blocked him on her social media. All social media? Damn. She said, nope, I ain't want anything to do with Miguel. Hawk tries to be funny by saying he should counterpunch, but try not to hit her this time. Too
Too
soon, buddy.
soon.
Too soon. He then tells Miguel not to give up. Aisha and Hawk attempt to comfort Miguel, but it's useless. Hawk tells him not to worry. He's a champ now. He can get any chick in the valley he wants. He's like Drake, so enjoy. Hawk leaves. Miguel tells Aisha he's not sure he wants to be Drake. Aisha tells him not to worry. He's not. They both laugh. That is not a good joke anymore. I just realized that. It's like, considering what's been going on lately, he's not like Drake. I'm like, oh, this joke didn't age well. But then again, Miguel's still a minor, so yeah, he's like Drake. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. If they knew that and what we know now.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. The next day, Johnny meets Kreese at the diner where he discusses his life after Cobra Kai, which included going to Panama in 1989, where he helped the Delta voice get Noriega. Kreese asks Johnny if he's familiar with brumation, which is a state of condition of sluggishness, inactivity, or torpor exhibited by reptiles such as snakes or lizards during winter or extended periods of low temperatures. This subterranean torpor is not a true hibernation, but a cold-blooded version of slowing down. Basically, for us, it's depression. True.
Yeah.
He calls it the snake burns himself into a hole. The only difference, the snake doesn't sleep. He stays awake all winter, waiting for the right moment to emerge. He tells Johnny the story of how he re-enlisted, ran strikes in Desert Storm, trained SEALs in Afghanistan, bunch of other stuff, and betrayed Rambo in 1995. Too soon. All of the books buried, all off the books buried, waiting. Oh, like I wasn't going to talk about Rambo. This is why I don't like him. I don't like him. Hey, wasn't he in Rambo? Yes. That second movie. He was in that second movie. He betrayed him. Anyway, he climbed out of the hole. The world wasn't the same. Society has gone weak. Kids today are coddled and get trophies just for showing up. Gotta read that again. Society has gotten weak. Kids today are coddled and get trophies just for showing up. Kreese said this. Kreese tells Johnny how he is weakening his students and how he has to toughen them up. Johnny ignores his advice, claiming Cobra Kai to be just him from this point on, and leaves Kreese in the diner. How does Kreese know that he is weakening his students?
I don't know. That's another reason he's creepy.
Like, he trained them all year long for the All Valley. Not all year, but he trained them all
all season long?
October to May.
October to May, okay.
Yeah. All school year. He
7 months, right?
Yeah, it's a few months in there, yeah, because the Halloween episode, I think he beats up the bullies in November.
Yeah, there was Halloween, and then they did show Christmas and decorations.
And
right?
then the thing was in May. The All Valley was in May. So around,
was it in May?
Yeah, May 19th, right?
May 19th,
Am I thinking of something else? But how does Kreese know that that's what he was doing? That he was training these kids, and then he's weakening his students. When you had Aisha about to go freaking nuclear on the dude. Hawk and Miguel tag teamed on Robbie. And then the only one that's weak in this freaking moment is Bert. Poor Bert is like almost got killed. Everybody else seems like they were doing well. So Kreese is just getting into his head.
I think Kreese did that. Has always done that. No, sorry. Go ahead. I was just going to say Kreese has always done that.
Yeah.
I think he's that kind of person that he does get into people's heads.
And like he said before, the snake buries himself in a hole. He doesn't sleep. He stays awake all winter, waiting for the right moment to emerge, which was him saying he's been waiting all freaking winter this whole time. And he emerged when Johnny won. Like, oh, now's the right time to go tell him that he needs help. Because I was a part of this. So, okay. Kreese is still a creep.
Yeah, he is.
Basically,
What do you think of him? You haven't really said what you thought of him.
he's a creep. The fact that he's the antagonist of the show. Obviously, he waits for the right moment to strike. He's not a predator. He's more of I'm going to take advantage of the situation. Um, you see you see Daniel's leg, sweep it. Opportunist, and he's an opportunist. He took the opportunity. He realized that Cobra Kai is big now, so he took the opportunity to get in there while he was still
Weasel his way back in.
slither his way in.
Slither his back. There you go. Slither his way back in. He's the top bully. If you ask me, he is the top bully.
Yes, he is.
He's the number one bully.
He is. While Daniel is at Miyagi's house with Robbie doing further preparation for the new dojo, Robbie discovers different items that belong to Mr. Miyagi. One was the drum from Karate Kid 2.
Love that part.
Which I too did when I was younger. We all did these moves, didn't we? The clap, the icy hot clap, the crane kick, the drum.
The drum.
What else? There's another few moves out there. The meditation move. Just because, why not? Which he does in Karate Kid 3. And then I've done all these moves. Like I'm sure like everybody that's ever watched Cobra Kai like have done all these moves and have practiced all these moves on their little brother. 9 years old. on their siblings, whatever. Hey, let me practice this new move on you. It's called a crane kick. Kick to the face. Illegal.
But not anymore.
No, I can't even reach.
It's not illegal anymore.
Oh, you mean on the show? No, it's not illegal anymore. No, I gotta stretch first.
Make sure you stretch before you do the crane kick. Yeah.
Stretch before you do the crane. Stretch before you do any move. Don't do any of the moves on this show, kid. Don't practice them.
But if you do, you have the icy. What is it? What do we call that? The icy.
The icy hot clap.
The icy hot clap.
There you go. Rub your hands together, and
that'll fix anything.
That'll fix everything.
Yes. Yes. So if you forget to stretch, you got the icy hot clap.
God. Daniel tells Robbie that the drum saved his life. It sure did. Robbie puts it back, and Daniel tells him it's just a toy, but not everything Miyagi does is at its seems. Robbie's just looking around like a little kid. Ooh, what does this do? What does this do? And what is this? What does this do? Oh, look, a little drum. What does this do? And it's like, I love how he's just like a little kid, like going, "Hey, Mr. Russo, what is this? Huh?" And he's all like,
"You do the same thing. You would do the same thing."
I know.
Tell me you wouldn't do the same thing.
16 years old. It's like I'm waiting for Daniel to say, like, "Stop touching stuff. I thought you were here to like help me repair stuff. You're here to do chores, not to touch stuff." He also looks at Mr. Miyagi's Medal of Honor. He walks around the room to look at more stuff, including the 2 banners on which the rules of Miyagi-Do karate are written. Mr. Russo, what does that say? Both of them. When Daniel explains the first one being karate is for defense only, and the second one reinforcing the first, going back to Karate Kid 1 when Mr. Miyagi says, See, rule number one. And then Daniel's all like, oh, okay. Robbie still expresses a desire to get back at his father, which leaves Daniel shocked. Even like, why are you here, kid? Aren't you here to learn karate? You're still on the fact that your dad is doing all that with other students, and you're just like, he doesn't want me. He tried, but you're like, nah. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Right?
Right.
Words to live by the way. um, Next scene, Hawk and Miguel arrive at the dojo and meet kids who want to join Cobra Kai, and Hawk scares them for fun. As they enter, they discover the traces of the fight between Johnny and Chris, which they mistake for a victory celebration. After Johnny appears, Chris, played by Kilo Everidge, and Mitch, played by Aiden Nix, who you might remember as Angus on Disney's Ant Farm, and the others want to join, but he sends the new applicants away and tells them to return the following day. I'm like, Angus? That Angus? Like his freaking Mitch. No, who is it? Yeah, Angus. Mitch. I'm like, kid, I know who you are. I just can't remember where you're from. It's like the little same. He looks the same, but like all grown up now. It's like Disney's Ant Farm. Like, oh shit.
He looks the same, but he's all grown up now.
Yeah, same thing. Whatever. Like you look the same, but you're all grown up. Nobody's ever told you that? Wow. Okay. All grown up and the same. You look young. You look the same as before. Just bigger head.
Bigger head,
Okay.
bigger ears. I don't know.
And bigger hair also.
Bigger hair. Yeah.
Yeah. He then scolds Hawk and Miguel for their unsportsmanlike behavior towards Robbie Keane at the tournament. He asks Aisha who she'd rather be, the snake that killed a powerful lion or the snake that killed an injured monkey, to which Aisha responds that the snake that killed a strong lion because it killed a stronger animal. He tells the Cobra Kai, oh my god, he tells the class that Cobra Kai is about being a badass, and the baddest of badass is the one that beats the opponent when he's at his strongest. Not when his back is turned. He looks at Hawk and then moves to Miguel, saying not when he's injured. Then he forbids everyone from any more pussy moves and tells them they will learn to fight fair from this point on. As punishment, he strips everyone to white belt and makes Hawk and Miguel do 50 push-ups on their knuckles. Later, Miguel questions him why take pity on Robbie Keane, and Johnny tells him that he wasn't taught the difference between mercy and honor, and he paid the price for it. He doesn't want Miguel repeating the same mistakes he did because he sees potential in him that he ever was. You think maybe if Creed wasn't back, he would have thought of this also?
No.
No?
No, I don't. Maybe. I don't know. No, to see now that's gonna no because see that's like I don't like where you're going with this.
If it wasn't for Creed, he would have told Miguel
yeah,
that
that's like I said, I don't like you. I don't like where you're going with this.
Okay, so
that means there's a reason for Crease. Okay, is that what we're saying?
Yeah,
that's
what we're saying.
Okay, that's what we're saying.
Because last season he was all about like, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Mm-hmm. Like just do it, get in there, take your shot, and if she says no, come back again and do it and keep doing it. Now he's all like, "Don't hit my kid, you fucking assholes! You hurt my kid. Now you're all gonna pay." Stripped everyone to white belt. Why? Why strip everyone to white belt? Because two kids beat up his kid. So like, all right, that was a pussy. That was a pussy move because you beat up my kid. If it was somebody else, it would have been like, yeah, okay, we won.
But I really do like that lesson he is teaching. Like, whether it's his kid or not. Like, I mean, it's true. Like, would you? I don't know. I like when he says that about him, or not him, but about would you? What makes you? Like preying on the weak.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You're not preying on the weak. You're what makes you a badass is you are fighting someone that's not weak or not in their weakest moment. Someone that's strong, that makes you stronger. Like that's true. I feel
Yeah.
I like I like where he was going with that. And yeah, you're right. If Kreese didn't come back, probably wouldn't have had that. So I
He
guess
wouldn't have
we'll
that.
give him some credit.
Yeah, he wouldn't have that conversation with Miguel, repeating the same mistakes he did because
Right.
he wasn't taught the difference between mercy and honor, and he paid the
Mm-mm.
price for it. Like Kreese in his head, obviously. Like, oh
Oh
shit,
yeah.
he's back. You know what? I wasn't taught that, so I'm not going to teach my students this. But if Kreese wasn't there, would he have still resorted to being Johnny Lawrence and just like whatever, dude, be badass. You did a great
Um,
job.
but I think that's where his mom comes in, Miguel's mom.
Miguel's mom, Carmen, yeah, because
Yeah,
she was
because
like
she was the one
trying
that
to
said,
squeeze him up.
I, I mean, she was saying she didn't like. There were parts like she had seen of her son that she didn't like, and I think that her saying that made him also think. So see, it's not. We're not giving credit to all the credit to. Yeah, we're not giving him all the credit. No.
All right, let's go back to the Y'all Valley on season 1 at the very end. At the beginning, obviously illegal move kick. He tells Miguel do the crane kick. Like, hey, that's funny. Yeah, that's badass. Yeah. And then he starts changing his tone once he realizes Robbie's in the tournament as well. Like,
Well, I mean,
very,
that's really hard. That's his kid. That's his son. Like he doesn't. I'm sorry, but at that moment too, back there, I felt for him. I felt for Johnny because this is his kid, but yet then you've got
his other kid.
Cobra Kai and his students and Miguel. Yeah, that's his like other baby. So you've got how you got to feel for the guy because like that's a really hard position to be in. I think.
Mhm.
Don't you think?
Um,
No.
yeah,
I mean,
he wasn't
do you agree or disagree?
he was in a hard position. Like but at the very end, it was like the final. He thought like, oh shoot! It dawned on him like the last two are my son and my son, my new son. So,
Yeah.
like I feel for my real son. At the same time, I want Cobra Kai to win. But
Hmm.
hey, sorry for what's gonna happen. But at the same time, he realizes, oh shoot, I taught Miguel everything that I know because of who taught me. So now he's doing everything that I was taught. And he realizes, oh damn, I fucked up in part 1 of Karate Kid. And now like he realizes all this other stuff. Now in the first episode, he's all like, those were pussy moves, y'all. You know, you gotta fight fair from now on. Like I get the whole strike first, strike hard, no mercy thing up there. Yeah, all good. The Cobra Kai way, but you're gonna fight fair. And then
That's how
Kreese
it
is
should be.
behind him, and Kreese is like on his shoulder. On the other hand of his shoulder is probably his favorite karate person, like himself, young Johnny, saying like, "Nah, dude, cool. What would Boston do?"
Oh, you say that, and I was thinking, okay, Daniel on one shoulder, but yeah,
Yeah.
probably not there yet. Never mind.
Not there yet. Not at this moment. Upon their departure, Aisha crosses paths with Sam in the parking lot, who asks if she wants to hang out. Aisha turns her down as she has to go to Hawk's house for their Cobra Kai homework, which is Watch Over the Top, starring Sylvester Stallone, which came out in 1987. However, Aisha invites Amanda to come with them, telling her to be it'd be good for her and Miguel to talk and air things out, which she turns down and leaves. She doesn't want to do it. She's still listening to her dad. Like all Cobra Kai kids are bad. None of them are good. Later that day, Johnny goes to the hardware store to replace the mirror at the dojo and runs into one of the workers there. His name is Raymond Porter, played by Paul Walter Hauser, who is in a new upcoming movie, Inside Out 2. Go watch it. He's pretty awesome in that. I like this Raymond kid. I hope he stays here for a while. Raymond comments on the Metallica t-shirt that Johnny is wearing, how he loves the band and the 80s being the best decade ever. Best decade ever.
Even though he was, what, 5 or something, I think he said?
Possibly. Like he's every kid in now that says the 80s were the best decade ever. Never lived it. I was born in 1989, but hey, it was the best decade ever.
I bet his parents, though, were proud. Proud.
Yeah.
Gen X parents, yes.
Yeah. He asked Johnny if he remembers Caddyshack and the gopher that used to dance and does a little dancey dance of his own. But also wondering if the gopher was real and how did they make him do that. Johnny tells him, I don't know, leave me alone. I was out partying and hanging out with babes at the time. What's a gopher? What's Caddyshack? Raven excuses himself to go look for the mirror. His feelings are hurt, obviously. Johnny hangs back and overhears a conversation between Daniel and Robbie, who are also there to buy stuff for the Miyagi-Do. After a minute, Raymond comes back and tells Johnny that he has the mirror set up for him. Just come up to the front and pay. Hey, Metallica! We got you. Johnny awkwardly does his walk forward, try to not to make eye contact. Like, hey guys, hi, I was here the entire. Okay, can we just go? And Danny was like, "Are you fucking serious? I'm embarrassed for you." You saw him there. Raven recognized Daniel as LaRusso Otto, does the karate chop that he watches during commercials and explains how he always wanted to do karate, but his mom wouldn't let him. Oh boy.
That poor kid.
I don't want you getting hurt. There's your reason. After Daniel briefly leaves the two of them alone, Johnny tries to clear things up with Robbie, only results in the rift between them growing. When Robbie tells his father that Daniel's a better man than he will ever be and walks off the parking lot to ride with Daniel and tells him Johnny cares more about the rivalry than being a father.
Aww.
Hurry up and let's do some moves so I can teach him what's up. As for the gopher in the 1980 movie Caddyshack, it was a puppet designed by special effects artist John Dykstra and puppeteered by Tim Lawrence. So it was fake. That gopher was fake.
I kind of thought it was fake.
Bill Murray's performance, not at all. Chef's kiss, by the way. Next time we'll watch Caddyshack. Also, Caddyshack 1 was better than Caddyshack 2.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Dan Aykroyd tried to be Bill Murray. As they get home, Daniel sees that Sam has resumed her training and has a brief conversation with her about her grief over the breakup with Miguel. Daniel begins to tell Sam the story about how he met Allie, and then says that that's a story for another time. And then another after that one, and then another after that. Basically telling her the whole year was a story. He's going to tell her Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. And then after prom, I went to Japan, and then after Japan, I almost died. At one point, it comes to Cobra Kai, and when Sam says she doesn't want to fight them, they're not her enemies, they're her friends, it leaves Daniel doubting his own attitude. Was he wrong? Has he been the villain this whole time to think Cobra Kai is bad? Cobra Kai was bad, but now Cobra Kai has good people who are turning bad. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like
What
the
was
sins of the father are not the sins of the child.
what was it Daniel said in season 2, Robbie? There's never a bad student, it's a bad teacher or something along those lines,
And that,
right?
there's never a bad student. There's always a bad teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Cue in Johnny's teacher. Cue in Johnny looking at his teacher's picture.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when they did that whole thing with, let's mention Kreese throughout the entire show and have Kreese at the very end, now they're doing the same thing with Allie. And I'm like, what? No.
Oh, I yes, same.
Yeah, same. So it's kind of like the sense of the father, not the sense of the child, just because you have someone here, the same thing we did last season. Your beef is not my beef. Sam has that one friend in Cobra Kai, but what if all her friends end up in the karate cult, as they call it? It's a cult. Is it a cult?
Oh, that word, cult.
The word cult.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's cult. Okay, cult is not a no. It's not a cult.
No,
I don't
not
think it's a cult. Do you think it's a
not
cult?
a cult. No, it's not a cult.
It's not a cult.
Mm-mm.
We're just gonna keep saying cult. Nobody gets it. Same as yogurt.
Same as yogurt.
Same as yogurt. M3P podcast. It's not a cult, but
No,
it's
it's
yogurt.
not.
It's a yogurt bomb.
It's a neat mess of yogurt.
There it is.
Yeah.
Johnny is fixing the damage done to his dojo during his fight with Kreese. He begins to reflect when he was 12 again, and Kreese will ignore the trauma that his stepdad brought him. Basically telling him, stop crying, walk it off, and call himself a winner. Fake it till you make it, buddy. The reflection ends, and Johnny is standing in front of the mirror that he just fixed. Just standing there, like, looking at himself. Dude, you come a long way. It's like, don't let that traumatize you. Don't let that walk it off. No. He wants to talk. He's reaching out for help. He wants to talk about it, but he can't because Daniel hates him and the son hates him. In the evening, having finished the construction of the Miyagi dojo, Daniel meditates. You know, that same meditation that he does in Karate Kid 3. After clearing his mind, he tells Robbie he will not destroy Cobra Kai because they aren't the enemy. Instead, he plans to show them all the other people in the valley a better way. Then Sam arrives to tell she would like to join their training, and Daniel welcomes her.
Yay! Finally.
Yeah. I love how he said this. They're not the enemy. Same as his Otto, LaRusso Otto. Tom Cole is not the enemy, but there are other Ottos. I want to show you my Ottos.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing the same exact thing here. There's Cobra Kai, but there are better way. Here's my karate. Come and join my karate. Come and join my Otto group. I love how Sam comes in after everything has been done, knowing that he would ask her to do chores again. But knowing him, he's probably going to repaint the fences and continue to sand the deck. You want me to sand the deck? Yes, but Robbie already did it. Resand it.
Resand it.
Resand it. Like, what happens after this deck has been sanded too much? Do they paint it?
Can you sand a deck too much?
Can you paint over it? Paint it, resand it, paint it, resand it.
Yeah. Well, whatever you need to do to get them in, to get their bodies and minds in training.
Exactly. Back at the Cobra Kai dojo, Johnny has finished painting. Kreese enters apologizing for how he treated him as his best student and for what he did to him in the parking lot after the Yell Valley tournament in 1994 and asks for a second chance. Before he leaves, he presents Johnny with his second place trophy, which he fixed for him after breaking it. Being moved by Kreese's seemingly sincere apology, Johnny goes after him and asks him to wait, knowing he's managed to regain Johnny's trust. Kreese smiles sinisterly. End of episode. And that shot right there is why I don't trust people. Like,
Exactly.
no, exactly. Oh,
Don't fall for it, Johnny. Don't.
yeah, that's true. What do you think of the episode?
Honestly, it's a little slow. It definitely was not one of my top favorites. But that's usually, I feel like that's what the series is throughout. Like it does start off slow and then it builds in the middle and then explodes at the end.
That's how I would describe this season also. And
Yeah.
that's how I described season 1. It's like, it wasn't slow, but like, okay, this is how we started. Okay, cool. And like, it built up, cafeteria fight, and then it built up again, explosive episode at the very end.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly that. Yes. So I was just going to say the cafeteria made it, and then I felt, and then the ending. Yeah.
So I'm like trying to figure out which one of these episodes in season 2 is going to be the cafeteria, the same as the cafeteria. We'll get there. I realized there was no way he held on to the second place trophy for 30 years.
What do you mean?
There's no way he decided, I'm gonna fucking pick up this trophy that I broke with my bloody hand and take it home with me and fix it. Like,
But he did, didn't he?
he did.
He did.
He went online, bought a trophy, and customized it.
You think so?
In this era? Yeah. Like, Kreese knows Johnny is not tech savvy. And Kreese is the one that's like, win to survive or survive to win.
Well, Kreese is evil, so I wouldn't put it past him. That's true.
So I went and did my own little thing, went to a trophy website, customized it, have it say all kinds of stuff, and it's like $40 to $80. So yeah.
Did you really?
I did. I did. Like,
of course you did.
I did. Like, research purposes.
Of course.
And so Kreese knows that Johnny's stuck in the past and doesn't know anything about socials or online shopping. So why not? Kreese is there to survive. He probably bought it firsthand, first thing. He emerged after being stuck in a hole and he bided his time. He slithered his way in there and now he's giving him back. And what does Johnny care about anyway? About that tournament? He lost, right?
Right.
Like, he got the second place trophy. He was good with second place. It's fine. But then his sensei broke it in front of him and threw it away and kicked his ass. And then Daniel came and helped him out. And then, like, he came back saying, I'm sorry, I apologize. Here's the trophy that I broke. I fixed it for you. With super glue? And you held it on for 30 years? You held that for 30 years and not once did you pay a visit to the guy? Okay. Cobra Kai season 2, do better.
Do better. Yeah, it's already, 2 thumbs down already.
Oh, wow.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, all right.
I'm being hard. Sorry.
You are being hard.
Sorry.
It's okay. That's what we're here for. We love the show, but at the same time, there weren't some good episodes.
I mean,
And
I didn't go all and do what you did and go with this
research,
theory of the trophy and him buying it, and yeah, so
that's my theory. There's also my theory about Anthony being Louis' son. But hey,
yes, I agree with that theory.
so here's the question for this episode.
And Louis is not even in there. Where is he?
Louis is gone. Louis is like not coming back after that
He,
whole fire.
he abandoned his kid.
He abandoned his kid. It's like, sorry, kid, I'm out. Your dad's mad at me, and I'm fired. So I'm going back to my mom. You always take care of family, even if they almost beat up your
New Jersey.
bully.
New Jersey. How do you say that? New Jersey. Do your accent.
Jersey. Back in Jersey. Everything's legal in New Jersey. All right, the question for this episode, because I think that's the only question I have for the episode. If someone from your past came back, toxic person, parental figure, frenemy, and they used to be a toxic person, obviously, and they apologize for this, would you forgive them or just keep moving on and ignore them? What about you? I'm ignoring. I'm like, I don't have to block you. I don't have to ignore you. I don't have to do anything. You're the one that wants to talk to me. You're the ones that want to come to me. You can, but I'm not gonna talk back. I'm gonna show you that I'm better than you.
Yeah, I don't I agree. I wouldn't. I guess it depends on actually the level of toxic because there are I think there's different levels. So I guess it all just depends on how bad they really were. Because people can change. People can change. I mean, for example, in Cobra Kai, some can, some can't. Some people change and some don't. So, or should I say, some do and some don't. But yeah, it just all kind of depends if that person's changed. And you're saying if they came back and they apologized, if they were being sincere?
Yes.
I mean, you have to I mean, you don't have to forgive, but you should forgive. You can forgive, you just can't forget.
True.
And you'll never have peace with yourself if you don't forgive somebody, I feel. So that's my answer.
Okay. We are gonna take a break. But during that break, I'm gonna have you listen to a song by a friend of ours. His name is Oscar. He goes by King of Hearts on the socials. But his stage name is Oanderle, and the song Desiree. So please give this song a listen. I will have the link tree in the show notes on where you can support Oscar, and I'll have two link trees on basically in the show notes, on the description, and everywhere. Just give it a listen. Let me know what you guys think. What you thought of it, actually. Yeah. Are you there?
I'm here.
What you thought of it?
I really liked it actually. I'm really proud of him. I was surprised that someone I knew wrote, because he did write it, right? He wrote and sang it. He wrote it.
Everything. It's on Spotify.
Yeah, that's all him. Yeah. I mean, it was really good. I really liked it. I think everyone's going to enjoy it, and I'm glad you're putting it in here for everyone to hear. So I'm excited.
He's a pretty cool guy. Love that guy.
He's a very cool guy. Yes,
my
very
brothers. Cool. He also does filters on TikTok, which are pretty dope. So yeah, one of the best people I know. So here it is, Desiree by Oanderle. So get a listen. Thank you.
I'd be the rhythm to your heart. You don't have to wonder anymore if you are mine and I am yours. What do you say to my Desiree when she's away? Desiree, Mr. Ray, I cannot solve. You take the time to hear me say that I want to love you, that I'm here to hold you. If you're afraid, if you are, tell me what you see. If you are, tell me what you need. If you are, tell me what you want me to be, so that I won't break your heart. If I can dream forever, since I can be whatever I want to sing forever. You'd be the melody, I'd be the rhythm to your heart. You don't have to wonder anymore if you are mine and I am yours. What do you say to my Desiree? To my Desiree. To my Desiree.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Dawn.
And if you've ever watched a TV show and thought to yourself, oh my god, that season finale plot twist was absolutely bonkers,
Or seen a movie and thought, wow, I need to talk to somebody about this train wreck immediately.
then we think you'll fit right in with our podcast, I Hate It, Let's Watch It. We watch TV shows like Riverdale and Emily in Paris.
And movies like Deep Water, Killer Sofa, Rubber, and Deadly Illusions. And we give them the total rinsing they deserve.
It's basically group therapy for movie masochists. So come check us out wherever you stream podcasts.
Hey, it's Evo. We're going to get back to the episode you're listening to, but first, let me tell you about Dark Fae Creations. Dark Fae Creations are candles that are vibrant, colorful, marble tops, amazing, mouth-watering fragrances, fueled by lovely braided cotton wicks. Paper threads woven into every cotton wick for a clean, romantic, slow, and consistent burn. Each candle is unique from the next as they are hand-mixed and hand-poured right in Grass Valley, California. They use only coconut and soy waxes for a safer, cleaner, and longer burn time. That's almost 72 hours. That's like binging on all 130 episodes of the podcast. All fragrance blends have been heavily researched. Dark Fae Creations not only care about the look, fragrance, and quality of their candles and their other products, but also the effects they have in their customers' homes. So go to darkfaecreations.com. The link will be in the show notes. Welcome back again to my Third Place pod here on the newly formed My Third Place Network. We are still breaking down season 2 of Cobra Kai on Netflix. Y'all just heard Desiree by Oanderle. I'm going to do a lot of new things on this podcast, including showcase my talented friends or those that I see on the socials. Maybe you have a book out. Maybe you have a new song coming out. Maybe you are a struggling actor. Maybe you are a struggling wrestler. Who knows? I'm going to get you on the podcast. We're going to talk. Let's talk. But up next, we have episode 2 of season 2 of Cobra Kai, titled. What's it called again? What's it called?
Are you asking me what it's called?
Yes.
Why are you asking me? It's Back in Black.
Stand back!
That's why you're asking me, because you just wanted that intro so you could do that.
I
Say it again.
cannot confirm nor deny that.
Well, let's hear it again.
Back in Black!
Yes.
Oh, and it starts just the way it ended. Written and directed by the creators of the show. Synopsis: when Daniel starts teaching his first karate student, he questions whether he can fill Mr. Miyagi's shoes. Johnny invents some orthodox grading methods with help from an unlikely source. The episode cold opens on a montage of Johnny and Miguel getting ready for their day, both of them doing their sit-ups and interspersed. Okay, y'all fucked up on whoever wrote this. I didn't write this. It came from I'll tell you where it came from. It came from the fandom.com. The Karate Kid stuff. So yeah. Intersped with Johnny's challenger being given a Cobra Kai makeover. All set to the title ACDC track. My God, I can't even say it right. All set to the song Back in Black. Everything. Na, 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 na.
Is this what we're doing? Why do I feel like when we get to the second episode of each episode we've done, or each it just gets, yeah.
Chaotic.
Yes,
Unhinged.
there's a
Off
good
the rails.
word. Chaotic. Yes.
Chaotic. Unhinged. Off the rails.
Off
Because
the
I know
rails.
it's about to
Crazy.
end.
Crazy.
Almost over. We've been talking for 3 hours. Oh. Why do we do this? Oh yeah, we love the show. That's why. we love the show. I promise. Miguel, we do. Miguel starts the morning with a healthy breakfast and a glass of orange juice, but Johnny starts with a can of beer and a Slim Jim.
Why not?
Why not? They both come out of their apartments, intersect in the middle of the fist bump, and get in the newly black and yellow Challenger. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Oh God, I'm gonna bet my head now.
Yes.
It's
at
not
least it's not. At least it's not Back in Black. Along the way, they meet up with 2 girls, maybe a mom and her daughter. Like coincidentally, like they're just there. They look over at Johnny and his son, and Miguel's looking over. It's like, "What's up?" And Johnny's all like, "Play it cool, man. Play it cool." Like
with their matching sunglasses.
Matching sunglasses, still listening, bobbing their heads to Back in Black. The guys drive off, leaving the girls behind with a yellow Cobra Kai logo appearing overhead. Okay, that's it.
No. Just one more time. Get it out of your system. Do it.
Back in Black.
There you go.
There, it's done with no more. Okay. Robbie's awakened from a sound sleep when he hears someone attempting to sneak into the apartment. Fearing for his life that this delinquent friends have come to take revenge. I forgot that guy's name and mustache. The guy with no mustache. Robbie ends up attacking his mom's latest catch, an aging surf bum named Rick, who is whisking her away to Cabo, leaving Robbie with the bills. Robbie explains that she hasn't been there for him in days, and she says that she came to grab a few things. Rick says they'll be gone a week and a half tops. Shannon tells Robbie he will have the place to himself, so don't party too hard. She kisses him on the forehead and leaves, but right before Rick leaves, Robbie threatens him if he hurts his mom, he won't do the karate stuff. Rick mocks Robbie and leaves like, ugh, shut the fuck up. Like, what? Like, you don't scare me, kid. Get out of here with your karate stuff. It's like, ooh, frightening me, threatening me. Oh my god, karate. Kid knows karate for 3 days and suddenly he thinks he can fight the whole town. Meanwhile,
He's got
Shannon.
confidence.
Fine. Confidence. Shannon tells Robbie he will have the place to himself. Like, he hasn't.
I know, right? I feel so bad for the kid. And then he sticks up for his mom anyways after that.
Like, don't hurt her or I'll come after you. What army? Rick. Cabo. Asterisk? Is that what he said? Adjacent. Cabo adjacent. I don't know.
Adjacent. Cabo adjacent, yeah.
The next day, Robbie's already sweating out his troubles by hitting the punching bag. Daniel is seen adjusting portraits of Miyagi-Do, karate sensei. The portrait seen just before Mr. Miyagi is the founder of Goju Ryu Kayari-Do, Chojun Miyagi. That's a real name. That's a real thing. Daniel takes a deep breath and says he has big shoes to fill. Sam shows up at the Miyagi-Do and gets a phone call from Miguel, who is using Aisha's phone, and begs Sam to talk to him again. Sam stops in front of Robbie, who is trying to murder the sandbag, and tells him it was Miguel using Aisha's phone. Robbie tells her she can talk to whoever she wants. You can talk to whoever you want. Jeez, Robbie. Daniel explains to both Sam and Robbie it's been a long time since the dojo had more than one student, which basically gives a nod to Julie from next Karate Kid movie. She exists in this universe. Now all we need to know if Julie is showing up in season 6. Next Karate Kid movie sucked. Oh my god. It was horrible. It was a horrible movie. But I get it. Like, let's try to build a new Karate Kid person. Okay. Daniel devises a new exercise to keep both his new students in balance. He forms a circle in the sand and tells them about the wheel technique, explaining to them that 2 people could be as strong as 20. Of it. At the Cobra Kai dojo, Johnny's on the phone about scheduling recruitment. He tells the person on the other end he accepts boys and girls, and then asks something about genders. He doesn't get it, of course. For some of y'all didn't get it, the other person on the phone asked if he also accepts gender-neutral people. There it goes. Johnny thinks it's a prank call because he's not from this decade, of course. He's out of the loop. He probably doesn't know. He doesn't even know the spectrum. Get off of it. Get off the spectrum, dude.
Get off the spectrum.
What's
whatever it is? Get off of it right now.
Get off of it right now. You don't need to be on it.
I have asthma. No, you don't. That's made up.
And since then, we haven't talked about his asthma.
Right. Apparently, it was made up. It just disappeared. I guess karate.
Just takes away his asthma.
Not healed. I don't know. Basically, got rid of his asthma.
He did. Aisha, Hawk, and Bert meet the 2 new students, Chris and Mitch, and decide to give them nicknames: Shithead 1 and 2. Aisha suggests Mary Kate and Asshat. Miguel welcomes them and tells them Aisha and Hawk are just messing with them, but calls them Assface and Douchebag. Mitch says he has dibs on Assface. Does Bert have any lines? He just sits there. We just know of him. We just know Bert is there, but at the same time, like, he gets his ass kicked. He gets kicked in the. He exists. He gets his ass kicked. He gets hit in the fucking chest by Hawk. He gets, oh my god, the tournament. He gets almost killed in the tournament. And here he's just like, I want to give him nicknames. Like, you guys are dumb. He's just laughing. He exists. Bert is fucking hilarious. Hopefully he'll have a line soon.
Hopefully.
Or at the end of the episode, I hope. Do something, kid, please. Kreese walks into Dojo and Johnny talks to him privately about coming in the next day. Kreese disregards it. Like, I gotta come in today. It's like, all right, fine. At Miyagi, though, Daniel is still trying to get Sam and Robbie to be in sync with the wheel technique, but Robbie says how when they can't even see each other. Daniel tells them they need to sense what their partner is doing, even if we can't see them. Sam asks how exactly they're supposed to do that. The Force. Daniel grabs his phone from his pocket and is called away to handle an emergency at the car dealership. Again, another Star Wars reference. I love that.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Last season, it was about Star Wars references. Also, it's like, I'm like, you know what? These guys better have a new show coming up after Cobra Kai, and it better be somewhere around the Star Wars stuff, because they love putting in Star Wars Easter eggs in here, especially with the whole Johnny and Robbie and Daniel thing. Just reminds me of Darth Vader and Luke and all those. Yeah. Star Wars people, Star Wars fans know what I mean. Star Wars fans know what I mean.
Of course.
Of course. Optical flip to Cobra Kai Dojo. Johnny introduces the whole class to Kreese and tells them he's observing them, but pretending like he's not even there. Miguel leads the class to warm them up. Miguel starts off with front kicks, forward strikes, and then a side dab to goof off. Johnny gets embarrassed in front of Kreese and tells the class to quit goofing off. Miguel tells Johnny they have 11 and a half months until the All Valley. No, let's just kill. Hawk says they already know how to kick ass. Johnny asks if they all think he has nothing else to teach them. Aisha snickers and Johnny asks, what's so funny? She says a snake do. Johnny asks, what's a snake do? Aisha and the rest of the class hiss and do a snake motion. Which again embarrasses Johnny in front of his mentor. He quiets the whole class and furiously tells them to show up at his instructor location. If they don't show, they're off the team. I mean, see, the whole thing with Kreese is rubbing off again.
Mm-hmm.
And even Kreese is just standing there like, this is embarrassing. You taught these kids how to fight? Now they're goofing off? And Johnny is just like reflecting, right? Is that what I'm saying? Like he looks over at, does he look over at Kreese and like, oh shit.
Yeah, well, Kreese needs to just relax. Kreese needs to chill out. That's all I'm going to say. He is spun way too tight.
The CEO of the company just came in and the manager staring at his employees like, you guys are fucking up in front of my boss. It's like, oh shit. Well, yeah. But yeah, they're goofing off. But at the same time, hey, you know, we just won the All Valley. Can we chill?
Yes. And let's not forget that they are still kids.
Right. So Kreese's version of Cobra Kai has them all in line. Johnny is all like, it's all good, man. I just want people in here. I'll teach you karate. Don't worry about it. Kreese is all like, you're horrible. No, you're a nerd. No. Like Kreese would have just like kicked out the entire class if he wanted to.
He probably would have, yes, if he was in charge.
Yeah. At the LaRusso Auto, Amanda explains to Daniel Tom Cole poached half his staff without Amanda and Daniel having to counteroffer, so they are down a few employees. Amanda unfortunately tells Daniel they are both going to work twice as hard this week. Daniel pouts and explains to Amanda he just started training Sam and Robbie. He can't quit on day one. Amanda brings up the balance thing that Daniel told her about. Daniel says they are hitting the 10 car sales quota today, which means montage time. Both of them trying to sell cars and the buyers actually buying them. Some of them end up taking pictures with Daniel doing the crank kick stance, which probably got asked a lot during the 80s and 90s at the convention, if there were any conventions at all. Meet and greets. Hey, Ralph Macho, can you do the crane kick, please, sir? Can you? Like, is that all I'm known for? I mean,
Yes.
the Outsiders, but you know, we all know how that ended up. Can you do the crane kick, please? Later on, the LaRussos are celebrating with champagne being an awesome team. Daniel is hard on himself, saying how he wishes he was good at teaching karate, just like Mr. Miyagi. Amanda says to come up with his own tricks, and he doesn't have to be Mr. Miyagi. He watches one of the mechanics place a wheel on the ground and gets inspired by how the wheel moves back and forth before dropping. Science to motion. Yes, that's what I was going to say. Science. Next scene, we are at an abandoned construction site. Johnny's asking the students that showed up to mix the bags of cement with water. Kreese tells Johnny if he really wants to make them tough, he has to give them something they're afraid of. Nobody's scared of cement. Johnny tells them they will be. A cement truck mixer arrives. The trucker gets out and realizes the cement truck is for kids and puts it all on Johnny if he gets caught. Later in Robbie's apartment, he looks in the fridge for food and the lights immediately go out. Somebody forgot to pay Robbie before taking his mom to Cabo. Rick is all pissed off. Nah, he threatened me with karate. I ain't paying shit. Taking his mom to Cabo, though. Adjacent.
Poor Robbie. Why didn't he invite Robbie to go? What the hell?
He would have missed out on karate stuff.
She doesn't know that. She could have still invited him.
She probably doesn't know any of
It's
this
nice
stuff.
to be invited places, even though you're not going to go.
Oh my god. Introverts. We all relate.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, never mind.
We all relate. It's like, hey, can I get invited at least? Like, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Nah.
no, I'm good. Exactly. That would be my answer. But just invite me. I want to be included, but I'm gonna say no. But just invite me.
FOMO, invite me. Nah, I'm gonna sit at home and watch Cobra Kai on the weekend. It's all good.
Exactly.
Nobody asked me for anything on July.
Yeah, July 18th. Nobody bother us.
Non-occupado? What? Or occupied? It's like, nope.
Occupied.
Occupado. There we go.
Do not disturb.
Do not disturb. Yeah.
Do not disturb.
Oh goodness. He shows up to Miyagi with an attitude, snaps at Sam. He's such an ass. He probably didn't eat much, seeing that there's no milk. Like, he just left it back in the fridge again, and then the ice go out, and like the fridge is like dead now. Like, there's no.
That milk is gonna be gross.
Everything's gonna be gross.
There's nothing there. I mean, there's nothing in there except milk, and there was like one other thing, Chinese or leftover China. I don't know.
They go to the backyard. Daniel takes the bonsai trees off the floating platform that him and Robbie put on. There, it was such a hassle to put on in the first place.
I know all that work they did putting it, and so it was balanced.
And now it's on.
They're just taking it off now.
Floating platform on the small pond and tells Sam and Robbie to hop right on the platform on each side. It's a circle with sides. Got it. I hate math. Daniel tells him that on the ground it's hard to sense when your partner is moving. On the platform, they'll both know. They both get on the platform and try to find their balance. Daniel asks them to start their training and have to do the move at the same time or else they fall off the platform. Daniel tells them both to get up on the platform and try again when they wash out. Back at the construction site with the Cobra Kai, Johnny is scolding his class for trying to goof off after winning the All Valley Championship. He tells them winning one championship doesn't mean squat. A true champion never stops training. You gotta keep moving forward or else they'll get stuck exactly where they are. Just like the cement in the truck. If the drum doesn't start turning, the cement will harden and get stuck. He tells the student to get inside and make the drum roll. The students all whine and apologize for goofing off, making excuses about the fumes. Kreese quiets them. He tells them all Johnny led them to the top mountaintop, and they question him. He looks at the students and wonders how these pack of pussies compete in the All Valley, and they won. It's an absolute miracle, but who's responsible for that miracle? He points at Johnny and calls him the best student in the history of Cobra Kai. His student. Sensei Johnny Sensei. Kreese tells them they better listen to every word he said. Miguel steps forward and says he will do it, of course. He climbs the ladder. Next up is Hawk, who also steps forward and climbs the ladder. They both step inside the drum filled with cement, which looks like a tunnel. Still don't understand what Kreese is up to, but at the same time, it's like, all right, he's in motivating them, he's inspiring them. So it's like, this is good, Kreese. Right?
I don't know. I have thoughts about that, but
What are your thoughts?
I don't like him.
He still don't like it. Like,
And I don't like the fact that he's sucking up to Johnny either. Oh, he was the best, and listen to him, and he did this he'll do this for you, and he knows what's good for you, and you have to listen to everything he says. Like he's polishing Johnny, I feel, so Johnny will get sucked back into his evil plot of anyways.
His plan is
His
coming.
evil plan.
His evil plan is
Yes.
coming and done. It's coming done. It's happening as we speak. He's just trying to
Mhm.
like butter up the kids also. It's like, all right, look,
Butter
he's-
them all up. Yeah, the
like-
kids and Johnny.
I'm his sensei. I taught him everything. So you guys better learn from him because you're learning from me. It's like the learning tree. I taught him, he's teaching you. You guys are going to do the same soon. So learn from the best because he is the best, my best.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they're like, all right, I'll do it. Let's go. Like, fine.
Yeah, let's
Hot
get in the cement truck and maybe get stuck and die, but let's do it.
Hopefully they don't. Next scene is a montage. I call it a montage, right? Over in the Miyagi-Do side, Sam and Robbie are still struggling to do the wheel technique. They get out of the water again, climb the platform, and Daniel again tells them to feel their partner. It changes back to the cement truck where Miguel and Hawk are joined by two of their students. We don't know who they are, but like, they try to help spin the drum. Like, all right, they're trying to do it, but they're like slipping. Back to Sam and Robbie, where they ask each other if they are ready to do this team moves, but Sam is moving fast, Robbie, so he asks her to slow down. Back at the construction site, the boys outside the drum are struggling to move it. The boys inside the drum are struggling to move it. Outside of it, Kreese asks Johnny if he ever done this before. Johnny tells him he got this. Don't worry, I got this. Leave it alone. It's my idea. All right. The drum starts moving, and Johnny encourages them to keep going. Inside, the group is moving like a machine, like a well-oiled machine. Teamwork. Back in Miyagi-Do, both Sam and Robbie are able to work together but splash in the water after a while. Daniel encourages them as well. Evidently, both karate senseis are proud of their students on both sides. Later, as
Teamwork.
Johnny... Teamwork.
They're both
They're both doing the teamwork. They're both like working stuff. Later, as Johnny's watering the students with a hose, he tells them he's proud of them and they push forward like champions, never stopping, never being satisfied, never giving up. If they keep pushing and keep moving forward, they're going to go places they never even dreamed of. What does that mean?
I don't know. I feel like that would have been a good place to put an affirmation, though.
right?
Saying.
They're drying off. Sam tells Robbie that what they did was awesome. He agrees but apologizes for being snappy. Well, he's fine now. She asked to give him a ride home, but he doesn't want to. He explained to Sam that his mom took off and missed some bills, but he will see her the next day. Daniel walks over to Mr. Miyagi's picture and tells him he will earn his way to the wall of sensei. Sam walks into the room and asks about Robbie's home life. Later on that night, Daniel checks in on Robbie, who was making a bowl of cereal, but instead of milk, he was going to use water. You ever try that?
No.
I have.
Ew.
I know. But still, it's liquid on the cereal.
It's just no. Not right.
It's still liquid on the cereal. It doesn't have to be the entire bowl. It just has to be enough to, like, you know. If anything, I would have eaten it without the milk inside. Just grab a handful of it, and then drink the water.
I would rather have dry. Yeah, I was gonna say I'd rather have dry cereal. Have you ever had chocolate milk on cereal? I haven't, but I bet you it'd be good.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course I have. It was fun.
It was fun. Okay.
I used to do that. Yes. Yeah. Oh, not anymore. Why do you ask? Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
I know why. Would you like to say why?
I have this thing called type 2 diabetes. Yeah. If it was sugar-free chocolate milk, then yes, I'd do it.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I gotta look.
Now I'm curious, but if there's sugar-free,
Skim chocolate milk? Yeah.
That's not sugar-free though.
I don't know. I gotta look for some sugar-free stuff.
But all I can think about is the whole cereal scene from the 80s movie Secret Admirer. Do you know what movie I'm talking about?
Oh. Remind me who's in it?
Lori Loughlin is in it, and I can't think of his name. He's The Outsiders. I can't think of his name. But he's from The Outsiders.
C. Thomas Howell, Kelly
That's
Preston.
it. C. Thomas Howell. Yes. And then so they have cereal, and instead of milk, Corey Haim is in there, by the way. Corey Haim uses Hershey's syrup and squeezes it on the cereal as opposed to milk. And the mom says that's disgusting. He's like, no, it's good. Try it. She does, and she likes it. I don't know why. It just got me thinking of that cereal thing when we were talking about cereal. Go ahead. Sorry.
There's this movie where one of them jumps into the ocean or the lake or
Not
something.
the ocean, the lake. Yeah, it's one of my favorite 80s movies. Love that movie.
Where when a boat is moving or something like that. And
yeah, she's on the school of float at the end, and she jumps off. Yes.
Yeah, I remember
School
that
of Float.
Never seen the movie. I remember that part because somebody was watching it. I come in.
Did you say you've never seen this movie, but you knew that part?
I know that part because I watched it on someone watching this movie, and it's like that exact moment when they're jumping in the lake for a school of float, whatever.
School of Float.
And like they're reading this whole letter, and that's all I know of it.
Yeah, when you are in the mood for an 80s movie, you should watch that. Now I want to watch that again.
All right. Okay. And then also, if we're talking about cereal, the scene in Revenge of the Nerds, they put in. Oh, never mind. Because it's bad. Even now, it's like.
Do I want to know? Because I mean, I've seen it, but I can't remember, and I don't. For some reason, I have a feeling I don't want to be reminded.
The cancellation part. I don't think this movie would like run today, but it's a part where they put cameras inside the girls.
Oh yeah.
Saying, and then the nerds are watching them, and one of them is eating a big bowl of cereal, like one of those big casserole bowls, and there's a lot of stuff in there. The cereal. Candy, some M&Ms, probably some marshmallows, and then some chocolate milk. And he's using a big spoon to eat it off of it. I'm just like, that's disgusting. It's like, no, yeah, it was disgusting at the time. But even then, it's like, oh god, this movie is horrible. See, like looking at it back now, it's like, oh god, this movie is horrible.
It is pretty horrible.
So yeah, the milk thing. You never done that with water?
No, I have not.
I have. It was fun. Daniel discovers Robbie's poor living conditions and decides to take him in as a boarder. Amanda's okay with it, but they are talking about long term. They're gonna have to talk to his parents. His mom is unreachable in Cabo, and we know how Daniel feels about his father.
Yes, we do.
I ain't doing that. Nah, I ain't talking to him. All right, fine. I'll go talk to him. Hey, Johnny, can your son come live with me? What? No, get away. At the Cobra Kai dojo, Johnny thanks Kreese for giving the student an extra kick to the pants. Kreese offers his services for the next time and then asks to take out Johnny for some tall boys. Kreese offering his services. See, this is where I like, whatever, dude.
He needs to be canceled.
He does. Later that night, Miguel drops off some food at Johnny's place because his mom doesn't want him eating Slim Jims for breakfast anymore. But
Aww.
tres leches cake was okay.
Yeah,
That's
that wasn't for breakfast.
are you sure?
That was dessert, and that was because they won the tournament.
Carmen, here, Johnny, I made you some dessert. Oh my god.
I think she likes him.
Yeah. He ate her dessert, all right.
I mean, tres leches cake is not easy to make, okay?
It's not,
I mean,
but I try at least once a year.
I make it once a year, actually.
As long as it's not sugar, as long as it's sugar free, I can eat it. Other than that, yeah, I can't do that. Don't want to go to the hospital again. Nope.
We don't want
no
that.
more. We don't want that. Slim Jims for breakfast, no more of that. He notices a picture of Robbie Keane on the fridge, while Johnny and Kreese stop by the mini mart for beer and run into Daniel. Kreese smirks and says the gang is all back together. Well, almost all of them. He offers his condolences. Daniel says he's lucky Mr. Miyagi's not there and asks how Kreese and Knuckles are doing, and then we get that footage of the beginning of Karate Kid 2 when Kreese tried to punch Mr. Miyagi, but Miyagi moves out of the way and Kreese hits the passenger windows of the car twice, causing both hands to bleed. Still, yeah. He's all like, "Oh, it hurts! Oh my god, I can't pick up this trophy."
Such a traumatic experience for poor Kreese.
It was. He just like puts his he shuts Kreese up and puts his hands down. I was like, oh fuck. He's like a little kid. Like he just my feelings, man. I remember that. After a tense conversation, Daniel warns both men they are in for a rude awakening before driving away. Oh my god.
We never got to ask him either. See, look, Kreese fucked all that up again.
Daniel's like the Karen of this show.
Daniel's the Karen of this show?
Yes, like you can't let anything go. Oh, you're starting Cobra Kai. I'm gonna call it foul on this. Nope. Oh, I thought he was dead.
That is very traumatic for Daniel. So there's a lot of trauma in the show.
There is.
I think they all had PTSD. They all had PTSD. All of them. All of them.
They do. The fact that
we really do love this show, guys.
we do. Just that some of these episodes were horrible.
We love it.
And there's some stuff traumatic stuff that happened to both of them, and we need to get through them. So yeah, I'm calling Daniel the Karen of the show. Who says rude awakening? Let me tell you that right now. Not on my watch. On your watch, who made you fucking what? They got another thing coming. Who wrote your lines? What is this? Like he had, what is it called? Hero complex?
Hero complex, yeah.
He has a hero complex. Like he feels he needs to like defend the town. No, everybody loves Cobra Kai. Calm down. No, not on my watch. No. I'm gonna make my own. Yeah,
Miyagi-Do karate.
Miyagi-Do karate, and I'm gonna balance my work against Tom Cole. So he had two problems that day. He had to sell 10 cars against Tom Cole, and then he had to come and see that Cretus has come back and from the dead and dead my ass.
Gosh. Poor Daniel. He did. He had such a day, now that you say it that way. Holy cow.
Bring this kid in. It's like, I just want to, yeah, I came to ask you a question, Johnny, but now I know the answer. What was the answer? What was the question? Can I take Can I take Robbie in and have him live with me?
Can I adopt your son?
And
I already have one adopted son. He has one. He needs another one.
He's gonna have a lot of fucking adopted sons soon. So he's just like, can I ask you the question? And then his answer was like, oh, but I already know the answer. No, you don't. You saw Crease and you immediately thought, oh, he has his hands full.
We have milk and electricity for him.
Oh, he didn't know. He didn't know his ex-wife went to Cabo adjacent. He didn't know any of this. Not his fault.
Well, because he was too busy with
his sensei.
Priest. Yeah, whatever. Him.
I
Still
mean,
don't like
Shannon should have still called him. It's like, hey, I'm going to Cabo. Can you watch over our son?
She didn't even invite her son to go with, okay? We don't like her either. She's canceled too.
She's canceled. Cancel the show. We're done. Cancel Daniel.
Just her.
Cancel Daniel for being a Karen. Cancel Crease for up to no good. Cancel Shannon for being a bad parent.
Oh, yeah, she gets the Mom of the Year award.
Mom of the Year award. All right, Mom.
I'm gonna lose isn't he like 16? Didn't we like decide? He's 16, right?
They're all 16, 17. They're all the same age.
16 years old, and I'm just gonna go have fun in fucking Mexico and leave my 16-year-old at home with no food, no electricity, nothing to drink. Oh, but he can use water to put on a cereal, I guess. My God.
I
have
can.
fun. You have the house to yourself. You can throw all the karate parties you want.
I can say that I can relate to Robbie. My mom left me in another country when I was 12.
What? I actually wait. You said this on another episode of yours, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes,
okay, I was gonna say I heard this.
Yeah, but so I can relate to Robbie, even though like that happened. And my mom also took the kids to Los Angeles from Sacramento and left me by myself for a month. So I was good. Like I was like, what,
you where?
I was in the apartment.
So she left you. How old were you?
I was 16. I was fine. I was good.
Oh, so you totally can relate to Robbie.
Yeah, I can relate to Robbie.
Did you? That's why you had to drink the water on your cereal?
Exactly. Or pop.
What did you just say? Pop? You had pop on your cereal?
No, I didn't. I just had like a bunch of.
Or you just drank pop?
Yeah, I just drank pop. Probably the reason why I have it. Yeah, I know. Like, shout out to my mom though. Hey, I told her, like, you guys can leave. I don't mind. I can take care of myself for like a month. And I did. Just when she came home, she's like, what the hell did you do? Fucking threw parties. I had people
Well,
over.
I mean, you
You left me
leave
alone for a
right?
month.
Where you left, yeah, exactly. I mean, you really think that 16-year-old is not going to party while you're gone?
You left me at home unattended. And the only people that were there for me were the next door neighbors who complained. Love it. Yeah, thanks a lot. So what did we think of this episode? Oh shit.
This episode was much better than the first episode.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
I like how they what do you say, mirrored both
Yeah.
ways of training. I like how they did that. I mean, I obviously prefer Daniel's training methods. They're safer. I mean, they just may drown in their little pond or whatever, possibly, but at least they're not going to die in a cement truck. So I do like Daniel's way of training. I really do, though. Okay, and we won't talk about spoilers, but yeah, I if you guys are who's listening and watching along for the first time, just remember that wheel, spin wheel, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The spin wheel. Yeah,
And that's probably my. Well, I don't know if you're going to even ask me what my favorite part is. Sorry, go ahead.
the favorite part. Was this your favorite part? The spin wheel?
My favorite part was when they got on when they actually got on the board, the round board, yeah, and start. Yeah, that was probably my favorite part of because I don't like Kreese, so anything he was in I didn't like.
Oh god, you don't like Kreese.
I don't. I did like though that they were. I thought that was cool that Daniel and Amanda made a great team and they were able to sell those 10 cars. So I thought that was pretty cool too. That's
in a day.
In a day.
In a whole day.
Right?
Now
like, how is that even possible? Do you know how long it takes just to do paperwork for something like that? I mean, what did they work? Like a 20-hour day? Come on.
You gotta go ask car dealerships if that's even possible. Can you sell 10 cars a day?
I bought a car before and I know how long the process is. So like, how in the hell do you sell 10 cars
in a day?
Like, how is that even possible? Because again, I've been on the other side and I've been the person that has bought the car, and it's a long fucking process.
Here's how this fucking day started. He went to Miyagi-Do, asked his students to practice doing these moves. Okay, cool. Possibly 8 a.m.
It had been earlier.
Went to work at 11, possibly, and all right, we gotta sell 10 cars within the day, or else Tom Cole's gonna kick our asses. And they sold 10 cars within the day.
And it was still light out.
Had time to go back to the Miyagi-Do and get them to do the platform on the floating platform on the water because he got motivated at work. After that, he went home. Sam's all like, "Hey, can you help Robbie out?" And she's all like, "Yeah, sure." So he went to Robbie's house late at night, got him to come to his house. Amanda's all like, "Yeah, he can stay." Like, okay, cool. Let me go talk to Johnny. I went to Johnny, but Johnny's hanging out with Kreese, and it's all like, I got my answer. It's all good. Bye.
I swear to God, that was like the longest day ever for them, for Daniel. I swear. Did he even get to eat anything? Did he even get breakfast?
I don't know.
He didn't even get the what is it? Bananarama pancakes?
Yes, Bananarama pancakes.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, and that's what you missed on Cobra Kai.
What was your favorite part?
Both senseis, Daniel and Johnny, trying to encourage them, like giving them new moves. I get Johnny's motive weren't safe, but Daniel was, and I saw the thing. But it inspired both students. He tried to encourage them not to give up their dreams, even though they lost. One of them lost. And Johnny tried to humble his students, even though they won. So they're both teaching the new generation something new. And that montage right there was my favorite part. Both of them being proud that, these kids listen to them and all that stuff. At
Teamwork.
the same time, teamwork from both sides. Like teamwork from the floating platform, and then teamwork, we gotta all spend together at the same time. We all have to push, and they did. Kreese being around was iffy, of course. The fucking smirk that he did in the last episode is still annoying.
Mhm.
Hated it. I enjoyed this episode, but at the same time, it was slow. Starting off slow. We just won the championship. I get it. They just won the All Valley Championship. We're coming off of that. So what do you do in the next season? Like, all right, we get to teach you again. This time for 11 months instead of 6 days. 3 days. According to Robbie, 3 days. So yeah, that's the whole part of it that I enjoyed. That there's 11 and a half months left to train these kids. And then over the summer, they'll shenanigans over the summer.
It gets better. The season gets better, guys. It does.
It does. Oh
It really does.
We haven't caught that cafeteria fight yet, but I'll let you know which one it was for me.
Yeah, that's got to be coming up in the next couple episodes.
I hope so. Because I'm just like, what was I thinking? Oh yeah. I was watching this episode at work, all the episodes for 7 days straight, of course. Episode 1 and 2 at work, 3, 4, and all the way up to the later episode as well. And just like I kept telling everybody about it. All my the ones that were like interested, like this Cobra Kai show. Where's it on? I was like, oh, YouTube Red, you gotta watch it. Blah blah. Eventually, I had one of my coworkers watch it with me, and like during lunch breaks, and they enjoyed it. Like, oh my god. And felt the same way I did when the whole, you'll know by the very end of the season.
I love when I can get someone interested in a show that I love, and then they're watching it for the first time and you get their reactions, and I just love that. I really do.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. So little things make me happy.
Didn't we just get like people's reactions and like starting to watch the show as well?
Yeah, Dawn is one.
Dawn
I know. I thought our friend Erin was going to start, but she's been pretty busy. But she said she was going to start, I believe. And our friend Leanna, I know, had started as well. She started season 1. So we have gotten some new ones. New people, I mean. Yeah.
Luke and Lee, Anna. Cool.
And I believe, no, I don't want to say because I don't know for sure. I know we have some friends that have seen it and are rewatching it, but then I think our friend Lorfield has not seen. I can't remember. So now I can't remember if he's seen it or has. No, he has seen it. I believe he was one that's seen the show and has been listening to us as well.
Sweet, love that. Shout out to Lorfield. Pretty much. You good? Was this fun episode? Because it was fun for me.
Yeah. Was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun. I always feel like the first one was kind of, I don't know, by the time we get to our second episode, we're crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. That is going to do it for this episode. We will be back next week with another episode breakdown of season 2 of Cobra Kai on Netflix, episodes 3 and 4. We are going to break these episodes down right before the new season starts. And if it happens while we're there, like, okay, let's do it. That's fine. So join us next week when we do a scene-by-scene breakdown of episode of Cobra Kai. And if you feel you want to do a little bit more, follow and support us on Instagram, the Threads, YouTube, M3P Network on the Twitter. Follow and join the lives at TikTok at Evolution of the Geek by subscribing or show up to live stream to hang out with the rest of the M3P community, and I'll shout you out at the end of every episode. Like Menace Smiling, Little Linguini, Brandy, who has hi. Shout out to the Lordfield fam, Home Hope Saint. Those are your friends as well. Lindsay 420. Yes. Just waiting for you. Lindsay 420, Moth Queen, Moonlight Dancer, Alexandria, Queen of Cats 90. Greg, my boy, my brother, Squirrely Bree, Kimmy, Feeling Free, LV, JJ the Jet Pain, Tender Surrender, Forever Jane, Bunny Rabbit, Tanya Rose, The Grunge Wit, George Elizabeth, Moosh, Prison the Herb, Nerd in Texas Podcast, Little Creative Tina, Strawberry Milk, Yoon and Egon, Mr. Misery, JC, Leanna, Sandra J. And don't forget to get 20% off on adult toys when you enter the discount code EVO at pleasurepassport.shop. Once again, I did say, let me repeat that again, adult toys. Yeah. When you enter discount code EVO at pleasurepassport.shop is legit. You can still get 20% off. I've seen it happen. I'm still
It is
available.
legit. I've checked it out.
She checked it out. Thank you. Link will be in the show notes. Thank you for supporting, listening to the podcast, join the TikTok Live, and being a huge part of my third place community. Pretty soon we'll have Discord. So tell your friends and join us next time for more behind-the-scenes stories, movies, and TV show reviews, as well as affirmations and music. I'm Evo.
I'm Brandy.
And remember,
Strike first.
strike hard.
No mercy.